today's topic, that is ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. You should know that urethra, urinary bladder and ureters that comes out from the kidneys. That means here ureter that comes out from the kidneys. First of all, I want to tell you that this is figure which is seen here. Left side and right side, this is the kidney. This is the figure of kidneys, and you know good way that is the length of kidney, that is 10 centimeter. Width 5 centimeter and thickness that is 3 centimeter. And that is present dorsal lateral surface, upper abdomen. Okay. And ureter part that comes out from kidney, that takes entry into the urinary bladder. This means ureter comes out from the kidney and goes into the urinary bladder. You can see here good way. Okay. And urinary bladder length of ureter, that is the 25 to 30 centimeter, and that's wall is similar to urinary bladder. This means wall of ureter is similar to urinary bladder, and length of ureter that is 25 to 30 centimeter. Okay, and this part is called the urinary bladder, and urinary bladder is divided into two parts, body and neck. One part is called body, another part is called neck. Okay, and this urinary bladder, that is ventral lower abdomen, that is present in pelvic region. Okay, and three wall is present in urinary bladder. Three wall is present in urinary bladder. First wall is called outer layer, middle layer and inner layer. Outer layer that is made by white fiber connective tissue. Middle layer that is made by a smooth muscle called destructional muscle plus receptor, stretch receptor. Okay, destructional muscle plus stretch receptor, and inner layer that is made by transitional epithelium. Okay, three layer that is present in urinary bladder. Outer layer that is made by white fiber connective tissue. Middle layer that is a smooth muscle called destructional muscle plus stretch receptor, and inner layer that is made by transitional epithelium. Okay, after that we will know that in the urethra, urinary bladder that opens in urethra. Okay, and in the urethra two sphincter is present. One is outer side, inner side, and other is outer side. Inner side sphincter is called inner sphincter, and outer side sphincter is called outer sphincter. And this is sphincter of urethra, so its name is inner urethral sphincter and outer urethral sphincter. But this matter of here necessary to know that inner sphincter that is involuntary and outer urethral sphincter that is a voluntary. Okay, this means inner urethral sphincter that is not in our control, that is control from our internal body, that is not in my control. But outer sphincter that is control of me, that is controlled me from me. If you want, then I can open outer sphincter. If you don't want, If I don't want, then I cannot open outer sphincter. Okay, this means inner sphincter that is involuntary and outer sphincter that is voluntary. Okay, this is the inner sphincter that is involuntary and outer sphincter that is voluntary. This is not in our control, but this is possible. This is control of mind. Okay, and this internal sphincter that is involuntary, that is not in our control. This is controlled by sympathetic system and parasympathetic system. Sympathetic system work that is close to a sphincter, and parasympathetic system that open a sphincter. Okay, and urinary bladder total volume that is 800 to 1000 milliliter. Thus means urinary bladder can store urine, maximum urine 800 to 1000 milliliter volume of urinary bladder can store, but urge of urination begins on 220 milliliter of urine. When 220 milliliter amount happen of urine in urinary bladder, then urge of urination starts. Okay, and pain begins on 500 milliliter. In the urinary bladder, if its capacity to store urine is 800 to 1000 milliliter, but when 220 milliliter of urine is happen in urinary bladder, then urge of urination starts. Urge of urination happen, and when amount is increases and goes at the 500 milliliter, then pain begins. Okay, pain begins on 500 milliliter. When volume of urine is happen 500 milliliter in this urinary bladder. This means 220 milliliter volume in bladder, a stretch receptor actives. When 220 milliliter present in urinary bladder of urine, then urge of urination happen. In that time, stretch receptor active and a neural signal to medulla and spinal cord good and sympathetic system close. Sympathetic system close and parasympathetic system open. This means internal sphincter that is involuntary, 220 milliliter of volume of urine is present in urinary bladder. Okay, and here 220 milliliter of urine is present in urinary bladder. This sphincter stretch receptor active happen. Okay, and neural signal that goes in medulla and spinal cord and sympathetic system that close of sphincter. Okay, and parasympathetic system that opens sphincter. Okay, and after that urine comes out in external urethral sphincter. After that it comes out. That is urination. Okay, after that urination happen when parasympathetic system opens internal sphincter. Okay, here you can attend no stretch receptor, then no urination. No stretch receptor, no urination. Why? Because if a stretch receptor will not happen, then neural signal to medulla and spinal cord signal not goes. If signal will not goes to spinal cord and medulla, then internal sphincter will not open. If internal sphincter will not open, then how will urine comes out from the urinary bladder? Okay, so a stretch receptor is necessary for urination. Okay, thank you.